The fear of regret. Why it haunts you and how it controls your choices. Imagine standing in front of two doors. You can only open one, and once you do, the other is gone forever. Most of us think we're afraid of making a bad decision. But what if the truth is, we're more afraid of regret? The silent, creeping thought that years from now, we'll look back and wish we had chosen differently. This fear of regret controls more of your life than you think, and it might already be shaping decisions you believe are logical, safe, or responsible. Take La La Land's Mia, played by Emma Stone. She dreams of being an actress, but repeatedly faces failure and heartbreak. At one point, she walks away from her dream altogether. But what haunts her? Not just the fear of failing, the fear of regretting never trying again. And that regret drags her back onto the stage, to her defining audition. Her eventual success is born out of confronting the fear of future regret, not the absence of fear itself. Psychologists define regret as an emotional response to knowing or imagining that things could have been better if you'd acted differently. But here's the twist. Studies from Cornell University show that 93% of people's biggest regrets are about things they didn't do, not the mistakes they made. We regret missed opportunities, not failures. That's why the fear of regret quietly pushes you to stick to safe choices, avoid risk, and sometimes make choices that aren't true to your desires, just so you won't feel regret later. Consider Chris Gardner, portrayed by Will Smith. Homeless, broke, and with a young son, he chooses to risk it all for an unpaid internship with the hope of landing a stable job. Was he afraid of failing? Absolutely. But more than that, he feared looking back and regretting playing it safe. His story reminds us, we often avoid decisions not because of failure, but because we dread the possibility of painful regret echoing in our minds. How fear of regret controls everyday choices. The fear of regret doesn't only surface in big life decisions. You might stick with the wrong career because changing feels risky. You may stay in relationships that drain you because leaving might lead to regret. You don't speak your mind or take bold actions, fearing you'll look foolish, and regret that moment forever. Social media magnifies this fear. Seeing others succeed makes us worry. Will I regret not doing more? Or did I make the wrong choices? Remember Neil Perry from Dead Poets Society, played by Robert Sean Leonard. Pressured by expectations, he suppresses his passion for acting. The weight of future regret, the life unlived, dreams unpursued, becomes unbearable. His tragic story is a dark reminder that the fear of regret, when left unacknowledged, can paralyze or even destroy. What you can do about it. The most powerful way to beat the fear of regret is to ask yourself, will I regret not trying? Rather than, will I regret failing? Shifting this mindset unlocks courage. According to Harvard research, people who focus on learning opportunities rather than avoiding mistakes report significantly lower levels of regret later in life. In Slumdog Millionaire, Jamal risks everything on each question, not because he's fearless, but because he knows that if he walks away, the regret will haunt him far more than any loss. He teaches us that embracing the possibility of regret can actually free us from fear. So, the next time you're stuck in hesitation, remember, the worst regret is the life you never dared to live. The fear of regret will always whisper in your ear, but you have the power to make sure that whisper never becomes a scream.